Hawkeye's Arrows. Let's be real. Every time Hawkeye walks into battle next to a Thunder God, a green rage monster, and a billionaire in flying armor, everyone thinks, cool, Robin Hood's here for moral support. But hold up. This man isn't carrying your grandma's bow from the archery club. Hawkeye's bow is a carbon fiber titanium folding miracle, lighter than your Wi-Fi connection and deadlier than your ex's texts. This thing can shoot faster than a jet breaking the sound barrier. More. His arsenal of trick arrows is where the real madness begins. Explosive tips that rival grenades, grappling lines that can anchor trucks, EMP arrows that short-circuit Ultron bots, acid-tipped arrows that eat through armor, and even a USB arrow that literally hacked alien tech. People clown on him because he doesn't shoot lasers or summon lightning, but think about it. This dude's arrows do everything. Breach walls, check rescue teammates, check disable killer robots, double check. They might look like novelty gadgets, but when designed with precision and purpose, they turn strategy into a superpower. Yondu's Yaka Arrow. Not as techy as Hawkeye's bow or his Wi-Fi powered arrows, Yondu's Yaka Arrow looks tiny, harmless even. But once the whistling starts, you might want to rethink everything. This little needle of doom is made from Yaka metal, a rare material from Centauri 4 that reacts to sound frequencies. Yondu doesn't even need to aim. He just whistles and boom. The arrow goes full GPS mode straight into whoever annoyed him that day. He controls it through the fin on his head, so technically, this man is out here killing people with headgear and lung power. No trigger, no reload, no targeting system. Just pure space cowboy with Bluetooth weapon energy. The arrow moves faster than bullets, dances through the air, and wipes out entire squads while Yondu stands there. Hands in pockets, like he's conducting a symphony of pain. It may not be fancy or high-tech, but it's one of the deadliest weapons in the galaxy. Because when Yondu starts to whistle, no, it's not music. It's mass destruction and surround sound. Heimdall's sword. Heimdall's sword, Hofund, isn't just a blade. It's basically Asgard's Wi-Fi router for the universe. One swing and this thing can open the Bifrost, the rainbow bridge that lets you teleport across realms like it's intergalactic Uber. Forged from pure Asgardian magic and cosmic metal, Hofund channels the Bifrost's energy with insane precision. Only Heimdall can wield it properly because it links directly to his all-seeing vision, meaning he's the sword's GPS, password, and firewall all in one golden package. Basically, without Hofund, Thor's road trips would take very long. For Heimdall, it's not just a sword, it's tech support, transportation, and tactical defense rolled into one. And in Infinity War, he summons the Bifrost one last time to send Hulk flying straight to Earth. No ticket, no turbulence. Just express delivery. Hofund might not shoot lightning or explode, but it literally controls space travel. It's not just a weapon, it's the universe's most dangerous keycard, Pym Discs. The Pym Discs might look like colorful toy coins, but they're some of the most unpredictable gadgets in the entire MCU. With one throw, Scott Lang can turn a toy car into a monster truck or a full-sized tank into a keychain. Each disc is powered by Pym particles, the same science magic that lets Ant-Man change size. There are two types, red discs that shrink objects and blue discs that make them massive. Let's just say Scott Lang doesn't need heavy artillery. He just needs good aim. No buttons, no programming, just throw and pray. Scott Lang isn't fighting physics. He's bullying it one frisbee at a time. In Ant-Man 2015, Scott uses a red disc to shrink his target to the size of an insect. And let's not forget Civil War. He tosses a blue one that turns a tiny truck into a giant moving wrecking ball. They may be small, but the Pym Discs redefine size doesn't matter. Nebula's Arm Blade. Nebula's cybernetic arm blade isn't just a weapon. It's a part of her. Built from pain, precision, and pure vengeance, this blade turns her cybernetic body into a living arsenal. Hidden inside her mechanical arm The retractable blade can slice through steel, deflect plasma fire, and even hold its own against alien tech. Basically, she's the galaxy's only mechanic who can fix a ship and stab you with the same hand. It's a weapon forged by Thanos' cruelty and perfected by Nebula's will to survive. Think of it as a mix between a surgical tool and a lightsaber, wielded by someone with zero chill. In Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, we see her slice through spacecraft panels like butter, and later in Infinity War, that blade's deflecting gunfire mid-battle. Nebula's arm blade might not glow like a lightsaber or roar like Mjolnir, but when it's out, everyone knows one thing. Somebody's about to get disassembled. Black Widow's Bite. The Black Widow's Bite is more than just a stylish piece of gear. It's a compact weapon that turns Natasha Romanoff's wrists into lightning generators. Each bite delivers up to 30,000 volts of electricity, strong enough to knock out enhanced soldiers, disable androids, and short-circuit alien tech. It's designed for stealth missions, fast, silent, and brutally precise. No loud bangs, no wasted motion, just instant takedown power in a wearable package. She's proving to be the only Avenger who could win a fight and a fashion show at the same time. In The Avengers, 2012, she shocks a Chitauri warrior twice her size into a quick nap. In Civil War, she turns on Team Iron Man for a split second, stunning Black Panther with her Widow's Bite and giving Cap and Bucky their window to escape. It's quiet, deadly, and brutally efficient. Because when the Widow's Bite goes off, the last thing you hear isn't a bang. It's your nervous system signing out. Shuri's Gauntlets. The Panther Gauntlets aren't just part of Shuri's outfit. They're portable powerhouses, straight out of Wakandan genius. Designed for the princess who's just as deadly as she is brilliant, these blasters channel the might of vibranium into pure, concentrated energy. Each gauntlet fires high-density vibranium sonic blasts, powerful enough to knock back armored enemies, flip vehicles, and make aliens seriously reconsider invading Earth. They're lightweight, rechargeable, and perfectly synced with Shuri's tech interface. She doesn't just outsmart her opponents, she out-techs them in style. In Black Panther, 2018, Shuri uses her gauntlets to blast Killmonger clean off his feet, and later to shred through invading troops during the Battle of Wakanda. Then in Infinity War, she's seen defending the lab with pinpoint precision, like Iron Man tech, but with better design and none of the ego. The Panther gauntlets may not be the biggest weapons in the MCU, but they're among the smartest. They're not just tools of defense, they're the perfect symbol of who Shuri is. A genius who turned her mind into Wakanda's greatest weapon. Dragonfang Sword. The Dragonfang Sword isn't just any Asgardian blade. It's the signature weapon of the warrior known as Valkyrie. Forged from the tooth of an ancient dragon, this weapon has seen more battles, more glory, and more spilled ale than most soldiers ever will. The Dragonfang is said to be unbreakable, capable of slicing through nearly any material. It channels Valkyrie's combat energy, glowing with power when she's in battle mode. Lightweight, balanced, and devastatingly sharp. It's the perfect match for a warrior who doesn't need fancy tech to make an impression. She doesn't talk about precision strikes or tactical formations. She just cuts through the problem, literally. In Thor Ragnarok, the Dragonfang slices through Hela's undead army like butter, and even holds its own against the goddess of death herself. Then in Endgame, Valkyrie rides into battle on her winged steed, wielding Dragonfang as she dives straight into alien chaos. Pure cinematic poetry with a side of violence. The Dragonfang doesn't need special effects. It is simple, deadly, and unstoppable, just like Valkyrie. Hela's Necroswords. The Necroswords are Hela's personal arsenal, conjured straight from her will, her anger, and a bottomless supply of attitude. When the goddess of death feels dramatic, she doesn't grab a weapon. She creates one, usually dozens, out of thin air. Made of dark, magical energy, each Necrosword can slice through armor and destroy Asgardian structures. They're instant, endless, and terrifyingly sharp. Hela doesn't carry them. She summons them like she's hosting the world's deadliest magic show. No storage, no cooldown. It's like if your bad mood could manifest as flying knives. In Thor Ragnarok, she single-handedly wipes out the entire Asgardian army, launching a storm of blades that rain down faster than Thor can blink. She shatters Mjolnir, stabs through waves of undead soldiers, and doesn't even break stride. Pure power wrapped in sarcasm and black eyeliner. The Necroswords aren't just weapons. They're Hela's mood swings turned lethal. So yeah, maybe don't mess with a woman when she's in a bad mood. Cloak of Levitation. The Cloak of Levitation isn't just an accessory, and it's practically a character. Elegant, loyal, and way too dramatic. This ancient relic has saved Doctor Strange's life more times than his actual magic spells. Forged from mystic fabrics and enchanted by the elders of the mystic arts, the cloak grants its wearer the ability to fly, hover, and perform mid-air parkour like it's nothing. But that's not all. The cloak has its own personality. It chooses its master, acts on instinct, and even makes judgment calls mid-battle. It's not just a magical cape, it's basically a floating bodyguard with a flair for the dramatic. No wand, no commands. This thing has free will. One second it's blocking attacks, the next it's wiping Strange's tears or slapping him across the face to wake him up. In Doctor Strange 2016, the cloak tackles a zealot mid-fight and pins him to the ground like a professional wrestler. It doesn't just fight with Strange, it fights for him. It's loyal, stylish, and a little bit unhinged.